It's been a while since I opened the plastic off a cube, and for some reason, like, I never really thought about this, but this is like the most satisfying part. Ah, I miss that. Hey everyone, it's been a while. Basically what happened is my dentist saw my video called Renaming the PLLs, and after watching that video, she said my brain was so big that I had to have 2 wisdom teeth removed to make room in my skull. And for a while, I couldn't really eat or speak, I just wanted to relax, didn't even cube much, but now I am back, and let's get into this unboxing. Oh, wait. This one's kind of expensive. So today we have more fruit cubes. We have the Moyu Weilong WRM 2020. That's actually part of the name. And we have a 2x2 from Chi. I think it's a budget 2x2, but it's Chinese all over the box. So I couldn't find the name, but I'll write it somewhere on the screen. I'm really excited to try this new 3x3, and it's been sitting on my desk for weeks, but I wanted to get my first impression on camera. So here we go. So we have the cube and all the accessories. This is probably a bit too much. I'm just gonna talk about the cube for this video since there's a lot to go through there, and I will probably save that for the review. I've recently changed the way I do T-perms, and I'm not used to testing cubes anymore. The cube feels really smooth on the inside, really similar to the WRM, which I'm just gonna call the Worm now because that's too much to say, and this will just be the Worm 2020. So here's the Worm 2020 next to the Worm, and Moyu has been working with new colors, and these look a lot more solid. I personally like them a lot more. And I'm just noticing this now, this is more of a glossy finish while it's a matte finish on the newer Worm 2020. This is the one I prefer more, but I know some cubers are kind of divided on this. So this cube is really light and really fast, not exactly my style, but with the slightly stronger magnets, I think I can get used to this. All right, I'll try some Alex a bit faster, see how it goes. Anytime I try this V-perm on a new cube, it always goes poorly. Oh, that was a good one. And I'll do one solve on this, see if I've gotten any rusty. Ooh, this is a lot of pressure. All right. I feel like my first solve in a new cube is usually like 9 or 10 because I'm not used to it. Maybe that's a good sign. This cube is really good, but one thing that kind of worries me about it is it turns so fast and there's so little friction that it's kind of hard to feel the turns and keep it under control. Actually, let's see just how much I can turn this. That's so close to a U4. Okay, that went past a U4. Nice. So stay tuned for the review video where I go through all this stuff. Next, let's look at the fruit cubes. So of course, these are not cubes, but it says cube right here. So if you got mad at me for a banana cube in the title, well, I'm right and you're wrong. I have a theory about these fruits. So these 3 are the new ones and we have the old ones right here. So apple, banana, lemon. These 3 are really close in the alphabet, so peach and pear are almost the same, and then here we have things that came before it in the alphabet, apple, banana, and lemon. If my theory is correct and they're going in alphabetical order, then we may get in the future stuff like tomato, strawberry, pineapple, but that also means they definitely skipped over grapes, and that's not okay with me. So let's start off with the orange, and if you guys have seen my other video about these fruit puzzles, then you know I like to make puns, especially about food. Pretty much like the only good pun you can make with the word orange is orange you glad. I've never liked this pun because it relies on you saying orange as orange, which makes it sound a lot more like aren't, but I just don't say it that way. Yeah, I'm not gonna make a pun, I'm just going to concentrate. Okay, I just realized something. They made this more challenging for me because often the defining features like the top and the bottom of the fruit or object that you're making, generally these are the centerpieces, but they've cut it diagonally in a way where like, I think this is a centerpiece and this is not a defining feature of the orange at all. So it's gonna be a little bit harder to figure out. I'm just gonna find which parts of it are smooth and connect it to something next to it. So these centers can rotate, so this is clearly not the right slope and I'll just move that away. I'll just try the center first, so move it like that and it doesn't attach. Oh, that's probably not the right one anyway, but I'll just keep trying all the different ways I can attach them. And does that look right? All right, I'm very confused if this is actually correct. It's like almost smooth. Yeah, you have to be really careful because something like this looks right, but if you just run your finger over it, it's like, yeah, that's definitely not the right piece. There's a big lump there. So I made some progress. This side looks okay, but with all the pieces looking so similar, and I guess the way it's cut diagonally, this is really challenging, and I was not expecting that. I spent about 20 minutes on this and I'm thinking, okay, some of the pieces just don't fit anywhere. Maybe I don't even have the centers pointing the right way. Some edges are like interchangeable. It's so stupidly complicated. I'll give this a shot later when I can 100% concentrate. Okay, here we have the Pear cube. Actually, I just forgot. I was gonna look at the box earlier because whenever it's like a Chinese brand but full of English on the box, it generally ends up being pretty funny. So it says series cube. I think it means serious cube. I mean, just look at it. It looks like I'll be using this Pear cube to help me 360 degrees rotate. The orange cube is for decompression and the peach cube is for finger motion. I've played with the orange cube so far. I can tell you I'm not decompressed. All right, this Pear cube should be way easier because the way it's cut, it's like the center pieces are the obvious ones, and so then the pieces end up looking very distinct from each other. So I'm still gonna do a solve on this, but it should just basically be really similar to a 3x3, and I shouldn't run into the same problems I had on the orange cube. Wow, this looks like somebody doing a dance. Head, 2 arms, like a dab, and legs. You know, maybe that's what they meant by inspire your creativity. So this should be relatively straightforward. I'm just gonna start with the bottom because I'm not gonna start with the top. You'd have to be crazy to do that. That aligns well. Then I'll just find another piece that's kind of like flat-ish, not the super long ones. Like these obviously go to the head. All right, so there's the cross, I think. Looks pretty accurate. And here's the fun part. So with the way that F2L is done here, it's actually gonna be super easy. So something like this and this, these corners and edges are not unique. They can pretty much go anywhere because I'm pretty sure the Pear is like rotationally symmetric. So I can, like this one just happens to be solved. You know, a lot of stuff is solved because there are just a lot of pieces that can go anywhere. So let's see, this one looks like that's the pointy side. So that means this one has to go at the bottom. So I can pair that with this and I can take this Pear, move it out, and insert the Pear over here. That's almost all of F2L, wow. All right, then I just have to orient the top layer and I think I am done. So these 2 pieces go to the top, these go to the top. So that is like this. And that's it, no PLO. The peach cube, the one I use for finger motion. Ah, true to the peach emoji, they even included this part. So because of this crease, we have pieces that are a little bit more unique looking, so it's probably gonna be easier than the orange, but because of the diagonal cuts, I think it still is going to be quite challenging. So with the peach, I took a smarter approach because we had these pieces with the crack here, or the peaches with the crack here. I made sure they were next to each other as I kind of moved stuff around to figure out which center they belong to, and then I managed to get the cross around that. So this makes the first part a little bit easier. Okay, so I have most of this layer solved, but not this part. So now I'm gonna try keyhole, which is just a faster way for me to experiment with which edges go where. So I'll just move it underneath, move the unsolved corner underneath an unsolved edge, and then just try putting all the edges in here and see which one's the right one. So let's try this. That's close. Oh, what am I doing? This one's easy. There's the crack, wait. The crack was pointing right here, so it had to be the one with the crack. That's wrong. And the other way. And that is correct. So there we go. This whole part is smooth. Yeah, so I'm just gonna keep using this unsolved corner to solve the next edge. So for the last layer, I could do OLL and PLL, but I'm not sure if that's gonna be the best way because it's really hard to tell if pieces are flipped the right way or not. So I think what I'll do instead is just try to solve like a couple pieces at a time using commutators. So these 2 look good, I think. I'm just gonna try cycling these around. So actually, I'll just see where each one should go. This one looks like it belongs here. So maybe I could do a U-perm, like this. This isn't a commutator, but it's hard to do slice moves here. All right, this looks correct now, and these 2 look wrong. Oh no, I should not have done that. This got twisted wrong. All right, undoing now. So I just realized my U-perms are not safe for centers, so they twist some centers around. I need a different idea. So this goes here, this goes here, this goes here. So if I do this with J-perms, it's center safe. This here and this here, so swap right here. And then J-perm from this side. Wait, is that right? Every single piece, every edge is currently, it looks like they're all in the right spot and touching the center correctly. And I have one flipped edge. Okay, this piece. I think this one can probably flip in place. And then this one will also flip. I don't know if my edge flip algs are safe for centers. My gut says they're probably not. So I'm just going to go back to F2L, I guess. So I'm just gonna flip this piece. I'm gonna take it out and do this. Yeah, it went back in perfectly fine. All right, so I think these two edges need to be in each other's spots and flipped. Yeah, that's not something you can just do. You need to swap something else if you wanna swap two edges. This is such a headache. Okay, please tell me that these two corners are identical and that I can swap them. Okay. Perfect. These here and these here. This is a J-perm. That kind of just like lightened my entire mood, knowing that it just ended that way. Oh, I was worried. Oh no, it didn't end that way. Okay, last thing I gotta do, if everything else is correct, is twist that center. So the thing I was trying to do earlier, thinking that it would work, but it didn't, and it led to a whole rabbit hole of trying to... Sorry, trying to concentrate. All right. Is it right? Is it right? Yes. I forgot about the 2x2. I found out this is the Chi W. I don't know what the W means, but this is a $4 cube, so it doesn't matter. I just hope it's good. My first impression has got a really weird feel. So if I press sort of here, the plastic just kind of dents in. Let's see if you can see it. Yeah, it does this a lot. It might be for the same reason the corners, like the very corners of it, when I'm doing, say, like thumb moves, it feels really rigid and large. Not sure if that's hindering me or if I'm just not used to 2x2, as I always say. But overall, this cube doesn't seem to even corner cut too well. Let's see. Yeah, really struggles right here. So I don't like the reverse corner cutting. Regular corner cutting cannot really do 45. Wow. So yeah, this is a budget cube, so I shouldn't expect too much out of it, except we're gonna be comparing this to other cubes around this price range. And even for this low price, you can get 2x2s that are magnetic and really good. So I can already tell from first impression, I don't really like this one too much. I forgot the elk, and I forgot this one too. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for a review on the WRM 2020, and I'll see you all next time.